The merry troublemakers, the three friends from hell. Avadam Trafaxinalog, a 3 Barat az alvilagble. 1. The party in the hell. Az alvilagi party. In a secluded, smoky tavern of the underworld, where myths go to rest, 3 peculiar figures leaned over a table. They weren't debating swords or glory, but silk, lipstick, and the cursed tightness of corsets. Loki, or as he was recently whispered about in the northern mists, Louhi, the mistress of the dark north, adjusted an invisible headdress with a graceful gesture. I must admit, boys, he chuckled, as a female shaman, I get much more respect in the Finno-Ugric marshes than as a trickster god in Asgard. There they only see the trouble in me, but here they see wisdom, at least until they notice the shadow of my beard. Sosruko, the Caucasian rock hero, took a deep draught from his goblet. That's nothing, he grunted. I, the mighty Nart Knight, am actually a follower of Cybele, the Great Mother, deep in my soul. Once, to outsmart my enemies, I dressed in full female regalia. They thought a fragile maiden was dancing around the fire, while I was only watching where they hid the embers. The skirt is airy, but it was hard not to trip over the hem during the war dance. Odysseus, the resourceful one, laughed out loud and clapped the stone-born hero on the back. You're just playing, he said, eyes tearing up from laughter. I fought a fratricidal war against the Phrygians who worshipped Cybele, even though we, the faithful of the sacred groves of Dodona, were brothers in spirit. But do you know what was the hardest? When I had to hide in girls' clothes at the court of King Lycomedes on the island of Skyros. Achilles was blundering beside me, and I was trying to teach him how to spin wool gracefully, while I wanted nothing more than to draw a sword. I was sneezing from the scent of the perfume, and the others thought it was just some delicate feminine sensitivity. Loki pounded the table with laughter. Imagine Thor's face when he dressed as a bride. But I, as Louhi, at least know how to wear the shaman's drum and the skirt with dignity at the same time. Thus the 3 troublemakers made merry, acknowledging that sometimes even the greatest heroes need a good disguise and an even better laugh at their past feminine mishaps. Forasok sources. The Poetic Edda Prose Edda, Thrumskvitha Loki and Thor disguise themselves as women, bride and bridesmaid, to retrieve Mjolnir. Nart Saga's Nart Epizuk, Sosruko, Soslin, often uses disguises, and the influence of the Great Mother, Cybele analogues like Satana, is central to Nart society. The Achilleid, Statius, Home Rossi Kiajezai Tezek, Odysseus discovers Achilles on Skyros, where both were living among women in disguise. Finnish mythology Finn mythologia, the figure of Louhi as a powerful, sometimes gender-shifting, or shamanic female leader of Pohjola. Historical spiritual context, the tension between the Oracle of Dodona, Zeus-centered, and the ecstatic Phrygian Cybele cults in ancient Anatolian transitions.